What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Ramsey coming in to you live from our room. And I just want to do is just talk to you guys a little bit on the NBA. How's that going? First round was just mostly like the weirdest time that I had ever seen in my life. First of all, let's start off with Atlanta versus the New York Knicks. If you are an Atlanta Hawks fan, you just have to just really be very embarrassed because how can let the Knicks come into your own house and beat you down right at the first quarter? What was it like 61 points going into the first half? And I wanted to give a shout out to the Knicks for doing their thing, for taking care of business. Because to me, that that series, you would think like Atlanta would have a chance, but I think that the Knicks were just getting so warmed up with that. So kudos to the Knicks for handling their business. Now let's go over to Detroit Pistons versus Orlando Magic. Now you would expect for um, the Orlando Magic would just have a chance. They up 3-1, so you expect okay, they finna move on to the first round. Was it game six? You up by double digit, 22 points. But then in the third quarter, you have like to almost 23 missed shots. And you let Detroit get back into it. Now, you telling me like that is not a choke job, then that is a choke job. But I would definitely say kudos to the Detroit Pistons. By the way, that's Michigan. It's my home state. Shout out to Detroit Pistons for coming back in the series because you would think like they just didn't have a chance, and then already fans were like already saying they a fraud number one seed. But they proved people wrong. So not only shout out to Kay Cunningham, but shout out to Tobias Harris because I know for many years that he been getting so criticized, but that series that he has showed out and showed up. So kudos to you, Tobias Harris. And kudos to the whole Detroit Pistons team. You guys definitely did great. Boston Celtics. Philadelphia 76ers. Boston, you just gotta be ashamed of yourself. You was on the verge of winning that series, and I had Boston to win that series. But to let Philadelphia to come back to you guys on that series, I'm ashamed of it because you guys have brought back Jason Tatum. You're up 3-1 up in the series. I think once game six had happened, and then when Jason Tatum had went down, I think that was the end of the marker because we already seen what happened last year when Boston played the New York Knicks last year. Jason Tatum went down with a bad ACL, and we all know how that went down. But I can say kudos to the Philadelphia 76ers because once the fans have said we want Boston, in my mind, I just believe like, okay, y'all want Boston, y'all finna get it, y'all finna get dealt with. But I can just say like they got to their word. So kudos to Philadelphia and kudos to Joel Embiid for finally beating down Boston because that's a team like he just could never get passed by. So I can say kudos to him. And wow, who else? Oklahoma City Thunder. They on a mission this year to go back to back. So I know last year we all just believed that they was a fraud team as well. And SGA is a guy that just get more to the free throw line and just get any call that he wants to. But I can say they deep and they on a mission and they trying to prove people wrong. So kudos to them for taking care of business and sweeping Phoenix Suns. They didn't have a chance whatsoever. Well, I appreciate this time. And hopefully see you more.